Okay, this is for it's 30th of September at 4:30 p.m. This is for Billy Joe Armstrong. I'm staying Friday in the same plans, and then on Saturday I am leaving for San Francisco, California. I need to get back on my feet there, and they have a lot going on there, and the homeless resource centers for homeless people are pretty much really excellent. And there is a St. Anthony's Church off of Leavenworth and Gateway, I think the name of the streets are, and they cater to men, homeless men who can have shelter and refuge at night at St. Anthony's Church, and they sleep on the pews. So it's a safe refuge for men to sleep on the pews at night. And the resources there are actually really good. They have a 24-hour homeless resource center for women, where you can actually stay there all night. You can't sleep there, but you can't sleep. You have to stay sitting up, but it's a place of respite, at least. And of course, there's unsavory types all over the place. But this is the Tenderloin we're talking about here. And Sacramento is only an hour and a half away, in case I need to go do something there. Hello. And but I'm staying there. And you know, the Bradley Manning Network is in Oakland, California. I almost went to Oakland one time last year, but Tamara Hoffman and Fred Munoz, they were my deterrents, because they're both based there, and they are part of the problem, not the solution, so I decided against it. And I heard that there is a mall up there where there is a Borders or a Barnes & Noble bookstore. I love Borders bookstore. There used to be one on 3rd Street Promenade when I was in college, and I used to go there all the time by myself and have some coffee and chocolate, or hot chocolate, when I was reading books. I used to, when I was in college and my normal self, I would go to college. I had my apartment with my roommates at Westwood, and then I would go off to either Venice Beach or 3rd Street Promenade, or to go watch a movie on the promenade. Or I have a very healthy self-esteem, so I know how to spend time in my own skin, in my own space, and take off somewhere by myself. I'm very strong that way. Not that it makes it any less better for people who like to spend time with other people all the time. I just spend time by myself. And I used to play the African djembes at the drum circle at Venice Beach. They actually let me play. They thought I was actually fairly decent, because I could pick up on a beat. And I had a friend who was Korean, who was a drummer, and he was a visiting friend from Korea, and he brought his drums to the actual circle. And he also was in my ethnomusicology class 91Z at school with Francisco Acquavella, Puerto Rican percussionist. And I had several classes in ethnomusicology 91Z with my Latin American Studies major, so it was a lot of fun before I graduated. And anyway, this is the kind of stuff I used to do, and I love clothing, so clothing is like, I used to buy clothing all the time, and I thought it would be I thought I would be more, thrifty, or more to go into the sales. And my roommates would tell me, by the time you buy the whole store, it won't be in a sale anymore, Sylvia, and I thought it was really funny. But there is also a boutique on 3rd Street Promenade that I used to go to when I was in college. I used to like that, get some skirts. I like the flamenco style dress type skirts as well, long dresses. And I used to buy boots during the fall quarter, long dresses. I also used to wear suspenders. Contempo Casual was a good store, and they used to have suspenders, slacks, suspenders, and I didn't like looking manly, so I didn't wear a coat over it, but I wore suspenders with bodysuits, like a nylon bodysuit, and striped suspenders. And then I had another brown bodysuit with a checkered suspenders with the brown, really nice suspenders, and loafers. And then I had a burgundy bodysuit that I would wear. So I had two types of suspenders. And then I bought my overalls. I used to love overalls, and they had the same type style, not suspender type, but they were unique type of overalls, black ones and blue ones, and some really cool shoes, sporty shoes with a red stripe down the middle. That they weren't a brand name, And I think I probably got them at Contempo Casual. It was back in the 90s, 90, 91, 92. Not 92, I'm sorry, I began college in 92, 92, 93, 94, 93, 94. And I used to wear long dresses, and yeah, and I used to go to thrift store. They have a vintage thrift store in Venice Beach, and I used to buy stuff there all the time, and where the jetty is, and I used to love it. I mean, I used to love college, and it was fun. And yeah, clothing. I have this thing about clothing and spending alone time, my alone time. So this publicity and the invasion of privacy was supposed to kill me. I was supposed to lose hope and devastate, and because I love being in the dark so much, but I keep getting pushed in the limelight and pushed in the limelight and pushed in the limelight. I was a threat to people from the get-go. And one person said to me, Michael Juan, "We saw you coming, a Republican." I'm like, you know, what do you think I was going to do, rule the fucking world? And I'm thinking, they're chasing their own tail, they're chasing their own tail, they're chasing their own tail. And it's like, it's inevitable, I guess. You know, I'm good with how I defend myself, and I'm a pacifist and law and order. So this is where it's at, and it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. I see, and this is where it's at. I usually look a lot better. I usually dress a lot better. I usually have my glasses on. My hair is usually really long up to my waist. I have my tattoo. I love tattoos, and I don't know. I'm a little bit out of my element. Like I don't like the way I look right now. I'm not happy with the way I look right now. But this is where it's at, and it's just haggard. I feel haggard because of the weather and because of the homelessness, which is what's affecting my outer appearance. And when I look at this, it reminds me of what I usually am, and I really appreciate seeing that. It's a reflection of I guess a reflection of beauty and a reflection of essence and your own inner beauty and your own outer beauty. And I don't always see that because I'm dealing with the ugly and the mundane, and it's painful. And as you see another person who reflects that like you do back at you, you know, but I think I mean, the beauty that I see in you is innate and outward as well as the pain and the turmoil and your happiness. It emanates when you're happy, and I like to see you happy, and too. And it's interesting. You're very complex. And this is Sylvia Lydia Morelos, and this is definitely feedback. Thanks. Love you. Bye.